what's up, y'all? And thank you so much for tuning into Respectfully with Miss Pretty Young Thing. I'm your girl, PYT, and let's get into it. All right, y'all, so I'm snuggled on my couch, ready to eat a quick bite, okay? Maybe not so quick, because I got some Thanksgiving leftovers, y'all. So remember, I prepped my Thanksgiving by myself this year. So we are going to eat this heaping plate while we discuss the latest episode of Baddies, y'all. A lot to talk about today. A lot to talk about. A lot that's been popping off on Instagram. A lot that's been unveiled as far as the truths versus the reality TVs of it all. And of course, the episode breakdown. Of course, before we do the breakdown, I need y'all to do me a favor and like this video. Subscribe. We are almost at 800 subscribers. Please leave a comment down below. Let me know what you think about this video. Let me know what you think about Baddies as a whole and the direction that Zeus is going when it comes to everything that's happening. But we're going to get into the nitty gritty of everything in a second, okay? Turn your post notifications on and, of course, share this video with a friend, okay? Now, as far as our meal today, we got beans, greens, potatoes, tomatoes. I'm joking. So we have honey barbecue chicken. I have homemade cornbread, baked mac and cheese. I have the greens, okay, with the ham hocks in there. I did not make the cupcake, of course. And then on here, we have the baked potato, okay. We love to see it sliced ever so thinly. All of the ingredients brought to you by Publix, including this amazing sweet tea, okay? You know, we gotta wash it down with a little something, get into it, okay? So big shout out to Publix, where shopping is a motherfucking pleasure. All right, so of course, let's go ahead and start with the breakdown. Y'all, this episode was actually a really good episode. But it's crazy because when I saw some of the fine details like go off on the internet, as far as what the ladies had to say, as far as, you know, everything when it comes to the drama, what was real, what was fake, and everything in between, it kind of sort of got me looking at Zeus a little crazy. But let's just go ahead and start the breakdown first. Okay, so of course the episode starts off from where we left off last. Big Lex versus Big Ivory, okay? Let me know in the comments how you felt about that fight. Let me know in the comments who you think won that fight. It came off a little even to me, but upper hand wise, Ivory seemed like she got more hits in than Lex, but Lex's hits seemed to have more of an impact. If you look at how they look at the end, Ivory was disheveled. Ivory was all over the place. And you could tell that's the fight Rolly was looking to see between Lex and Jayla, but they didn't give that to us. And I feel like Ivory thought that Lex wasn't going to give enough when it came to her fighting her because of the fact that she didn't do anything in the Jayla situation. Let me know if you agree. Now, what happened after that was interesting because, of course, Lex's wig came off. Ivory going back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. Ivory huffing and puffing because she was like, yeah, your wig off, your wig snatched or whatever. By the time Ivory wig snatched, all of a sudden it's not a big deal. Girl, but them hips was hitting. Like, you could literally hear it. That was the most evenly matched fight Zeus had in a long time. These greens bomb, y'all. Then from there, instantly, Ivory's face started blowing the hell up. Not today. Lex came in with the knot jokes immediately. Telling her she got a knot on her face. You worried about a wig. You should be worried about that knot. I'm not worried about my wig. What you're not gonna do is focus on my wig while you got that knot. It was a lot. Ivory, respectfully, her adrenaline was rushing. More than likely, she didn't know that her face was looking how it was looking. Because she was looking at her like, nah. Girl, I am too blessed to be stressed by the devil's mess. Ain't that right, Jayla? Jayla flaw. Because Jayla just looked at that young lady. And then Jayla wrong because you cool with Ivory now. At least you fake cool with her because you don't want to fight her. But you had all them not jokes to make in the confessionals. So it's giving picky choosy once again. You ready to fight Lex, but you're not ready to fight Ivory. You won't tell Ivory to her face that she got knots, but you'll tell us in the confessionals if she got knots. It's giving picky choosy. And it was crazy because the way Ivory slapped on that wig, in the process of her like trying to vent for herself, not having no knots, the way she ran up them stairs afterwards, you could tell that she was a little embarrassed that no one was like hyping her up in that moment. And I felt bad. I really felt bad. After Ivory leaves the scene, Jayla and Lexi are going back and forth. Basically, Jayla's letting her know, look, you as a consumer, as a viewer, I don't care about your opinion on last season. You're on this season. Let's just move on. And honestly, I felt that. Because it's dumb. Like, you really gonna stress this out? Like, I'm more interested in her and Ivory. And they don't even got a real reason to be fighting, to be honest. So, I don't know if Lexi and Jayla are gonna end up fighting again. But if they do, I need to see a real fight. Because what we witnessed last episode was a waste of time. So then from there, Lexi starts letting Rolly and Auntie Akbar know what the reason for her and Ivory arguing is. Which starts from the bus. Nothing too crazy. And just breaking it down. Feeling like she ain't got no reason to be for her. Y'all just taking it to the next level and whatnot, which they are. I can understand her simply just defending her honor because you keep coming at her face. Ivory asked for that fight. Okay? So then from there, Tinka comes in and Tinka's just like, all right, y'all done? Y'all finished or y'all done? Basically. As far as her and Jayla's situation. And respectfully, she said that she's over it for now. So, honestly, I don't want to hear nothing about Jayla in the last season stuff anymore. Lexi, we like you. I want to keep liking you, respectfully. But let me know in the comments how you felt about that whole ordeal between Lex and, I was going to say Gretch, Lord, and Ivory. So, we move over. Tink is sitting down with Scotty. They chilling or whatever. And they get a call from Natalie, sorry. And they trying to see what's going on with them or whatever the case may be. And I was honestly a little confused because I could have sworn that they did the house breakdowns and Scotty was staying at a whole other house. And Rolly and them, they were all staying at whole other houses. And Tink, DTB, and Biggie were the ones that was in this house. So it's like, who is where? Where y'all sleeping at? Did y'all lay down yet? Or is this the same night? I was kind of confused as far as the timeline. I don't know. Maybe I'm tripping. Maybe I'm overthinking it. But either or, Natalie tells them it's time to get ready. Batty, shot o'clock. We got moves to make. We got money to make. Of course, now we have the breakdown of everybody getting ready or whatever. And once again, Ivory's not getting ready for the club because she has to tend to her face. Honestly, let me know once again in the comments who you think won between Ivory and Lex, because some people are saying it's a tie, but I feel like hit-wise, Ivory got off more, but Lexi's hit with more accuracy because look at all these lumps and gumps and Humpty Dumps on your face. This is the second event she's missing at the club because of a fight with Lex. Second. Okay, that's a little embarrassing at this point. So now, everyone's getting on the bus because it's time to go turn up or whatever. Scotty bringing her dang dog. Respectfully, you could tell the ladies were upset at Scotty bringing his dog. And rightfully so. And it's crazy because You can see in this episode that it's coming to the end of Scotty and Natalie's relationship because she looks so annoyed by Scotty at every turn. Every turn. It was crazy. Let me know in the comments how you feel about that situation as far as Natalie versus Scotty, because you kind of sort of got to see the beginning of the end, if that makes sense, towards the entirety of the episode. So we gonna see. So then from there, the discussion on the bus is Summer and that attempted jump situation from the last club event that they had in Detroit. So Summer basically said that is this girl that's been stalking her since the audition. So it's given she has a hater that's mad that she got in Baddies. She probably didn't get a ticket or whatever the case may be. So then from there, she's like, I'm not worried about her. I'm not worried about Mariah. Akbar messy self, who's beefing with Mariah too. She said, which Mariah? Mariah Carey? You know dang well Mariah Carey ain't got time for Baddies. She's a baddie. She ain't got time for Baddies. Natalie messy ass FaceTimes Mariah Lynn. So now they end up getting into the club. Outside was lit. It was turned up. Inside was even more turned. They was playing Natalie's song. If that broke nigga, whoever that broke bitch. Respectfully, that song is real lit. So you can tell this season is way more about the music. And I'm not shocked. I feel like that's what Natalie's doing because now Natalie has music to promote. So now it's not just about the fighting. Now she has some music to promote. So now she gonna put more of an emphasis on that, if you know what I mean. Natalie, I see what you're doing. I understand it, but I see it. But I will say, I do like that the emphasis is back on the music because the seasons that were all about the music were extremely lit. So I would love to see the Baddies kind of sort of get into their entrepreneur bag just a little bit more, especially the Rollies, especially the Ahnas, you know? So now from there, it's Jasmine Renee's turn to perform. Respectfully, she was tea. I was impressed. I was very impressed. And I'm going to check out her music. So then after that, Akbar V gets the mic. I was feeling hers. If he ain't getting no money, I ain't getting on the first night. I'm like, okay. He's giving city girl music. Okay. I can work with it. Then while Akbar is performing, guess who walks in the club? Ivory! Oh, Jesus. Respectfully, it was giving walk of shame. It was giving walk of shame. Next, after that, DTB. But before we get into that, now I understand why there were clips online of Ivory getting mollywopped and losing fights because she was at the club with a black eye. This was the club performance they were talking about. Respectfully, then DTB goes on stage. She was singing some song, whoop that trick type of music. All of a sudden, Detroit starts whooping tricks. And girls start fighting in the club. It was a little ghetto. Then all of a sudden, Ahna Mac grabs the mic and she was just like, no, we was playing. That joke was so funny. Diamond literally shook the room. DTB got them started. It was giving Nuck If You Buck. That was really that fighting music. Had them girls stomping people out. So, honestly, you could tell it was too much. Because the club promoter was just like, we shutting down. Zeus Guardians was just like, it's time to go. So that was their last Detroit event. Time to go on to the next city, which if I'm not mistaken, they go into Milwaukee next. Or something like that. But big up to them. I'm loving the going back to the music because I said it before in the last episode that I was getting sick of just watching them party. Because it's like there's no point in going to the club just to do a club appearance if you're not doing nothing. I don't go to club appearances like that. I need a show. I need to see what I'm paying for. I don't even pay. So it's one of those things where it's just like, why would I have somebody front $60 to enter to watch the Baddies sit on the couch? So then from there, the Baddies are about to go pick up the newbies. The OGs are picking up the newbies on the bus. And they're heading out to the cider place, their last day in Detroit before they hit the road. So they're about to do day activities. You already know the day activities are always ghetto. Remember in the Caribbean when they went on that little hike? Ghetto. So they about to go pick up the girls. Bus full of girls. You already know what time it is. So now then from there, the ladies start acting Jayla what happened the night before between her and Lexi. Jayla had the audacity to say, I don't do a lot of tongue wrestling. Let's just go. Jayla writes novels with her tongue. Jayla is a cross-country tonguer. Respectfully. So for her to say she don't do no tongue wrestling is crazy when all you do is talk. So now all of a sudden they started talking about like following each other's op and things of that nature. And Scotty starts huffing and puffing because she's just like, Natalie, you be doing that because you get upset when I hang out with my ops, but you still have DJ Sky followed. Where's the lie? So now, basically that comes up because Scotty's trying to emphasize that she is cool with Emma, her new op, okay? And Natalie's all of a sudden is just like, stop being annoying. I love Emma. I'm going to make her a star. Ah! Now we know where the genesis of her hanging out where Emma comes from. So for Natalie to say she didn't do that to be petty is a lie because she went on the internet and said, I genuinely like her. Baddies this, baddies that. When we saw before our very eyes the reason why you chose her, you know, to make her a star, whatever the case may be, her being a baddie is only one factor of it, but you did it to get under Scotty's skin. Like, don't lie about that. So then from there, Tinka, well, the OGs of the newbie house, Tinka, DTB, and Biggie are chilling, life giving them lemons, so they throwing them at hoes. So Natalie FaceTimes Biggie to let them know that, you know, it's time to get ready. We about to head out the house or whatever the case may be. And they complaining because the newbies are fighting, acting a fool. So then from there, they break it out into the conversation about whether or not they're a newbie or an OG or whatever the case may be. You know Biggie is real sensitive about her OG status or whatever the case may be. But they don't feel like going back and forth with that about Biggie because, respectfully, they feel like they're OGs. Let me know in the comments if you feel like Tinka and DTB are officially OGs. Because they are to me. They're just the younger OGs. They're sophomores. So they got to stay in the freshman house. I understand it. So now from there, Natalie announces that she wants to do an album. A Baddies album or a Baddies song or whatever the case may be. And I think that's a dope idea, to be honest. Because I feel like there's a lot of talented women on this cast. And if they actually put their heads together and do something big, it'll work out. Like, Rolly can rap. Biggie got her single out. Tesehki could sing, kind of. You know, Ahna does her thing. I think it would be a dope situation. So then from there, Rolly announces that the best rapper on the bus is Akbar, which kind of threw me off because if I have a talent, I'm not saying nobody else is the best but me, but I understand the humility behind it. Biggie immediately gets upset. She's like, oh, let me go to the back of the bus. Because she's upset that nobody called her the best rapper on the bus. Biggie is rolling my nerves this season. You have one song, my love. One. Like, it's not like Akbar was hyping herself up. They were hyping her up. They heard her at the club the night before. Did Biggie even perform the night before? It wasn't even fresh on their memory because she performed 2 episodes ago. Now all of a sudden it turns into a rap battle. They go, you know, bar for bar, I guess. But she only spit one line. She only spit one line, so it wasn't even impressive. But at the same token, it did make Biggie look dumb because she didn't give a response back. I don't know. Let me know in the comments how you feel about that scene. I didn't like it. It was really awkward. I feel like Akbar should have just accepted her flowers from Rolly and just shut the hell up. And just let Biggie bitch him on. So they make it to Franklin Cider Mill. And they get to this Caitlyn Jenner looking lady. When I tell you that look like Caitlyn. So of course they talk to Caitlyn, been in the family for a minute, all that good stuff. Summer said that this looked like Trump territory, and I was co-sign. It really did. The lady breaks it down. One people are gonna do the apple picking and stuff. One people gonna go to the donut room. One people gonna do it the apple cider room. So they about to break out into groups so that they can go do their thing. And you already know, when the baddies break up in groups, all the ops is gonna be in each other's groups. And now from there, all of a sudden, Bad Dollie pushes Ahna and says, "We still got smoke." That part was annoying because it's one of those things where it's just like, why? Time and place, people, time and place. This girl does not want to fight you. But I still have my opinion on the situation, so let's discuss. So she pushed her, whatever the case may be. Tesehki, Captain Save-A-Hole, enters herself in the situation and pushes Dollie. Immediately, they go back and forth. But it was broken up kind of like right away type of situation. Honestly, that was like, I don't know, it was a lot. Because Bad Dollie kept up with Tesehki, but then at the same token, Bad Dollie couldn't see. Because after Dollie threw the drink at Tesehki, what's her name? Tikabella threw her drink at Dollie on behalf of Tesehki. So it was battle of the drinks. Tika's drink won because Bad Dollie couldn't see anything, which leads everybody to believe that the drink that was thrown and by Dollie to Tesehki was a drink full of just like Minute Maid lemonade or something. The thing about it is, I have mixed feelings about that whole situation. For one, it was said on the internet that it was fake. That Dollie, it was a scheme that Bad Dollie set up by way of producers. So basically what has been being said, word on the street, is that producers was telling the girls, hey, y'all need to get y'all ish together, or else we gonna have to replace you, or else we gonna have to take you out the season. Bad Dollie didn't want to go home. So she whispered in Ahna's ear, let me know where this happens at, because I didn't see it, but maybe I need to break it down so that I can look again. But they said you could see Bad Dollie and Ahna talking right before. And then all of a sudden it breaks out into, Dollie breaks out into character and pushes Ahna. I need to look for that. So then Tesehki enters herself not knowing that they had already discussed that they were going to make a fake situation. So when Tesehki pushed her, that had nothing to do with the Tyler Perry discussion that Ahna and Bad Dollie had prior to that moment, because Tesehki was not involved and was not supposed to get involved. So it makes sense as to why Ahna was screaming her name as loud as she was, to kind of get her attention and be like, no, 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 no. Because she didn't expect Tesehki to jump in, nor was she asking for Tesehki to jump in that moment. She was just trying to create a scene for Bad Dollie, I guess you can say. So basically, it was a scheme that Dollie set up, okay? And Tesehki ended up getting the backhand of it. Now, because she pushed Dollie, of course, now it created a real scenario in which Bad Dollie had to throw her real drink. But I still feel like it was not alcohol in that drink. If there was, it was like barely even a shot's worth in there, because Tesehki basically wiped her face and went back into action and knew exactly where to look at her at. Alcohol burns. You could tell Tika threw at least a shot and a half in Dollie's face, because Dollie immediately shut her eyes, and in the preview looked like she was running. When you broke down the preview, you could see Tika threw her drink at her. So it's giving, I wish Tika didn't throw that drink, because then we would have saw a real fight between Tesehki and Bad Dollie. But then at the same token, I can understand Tinka doing the drink thing because, like, once you're a baddie, always a baddie. And even though her and Tesehki are close, it doesn't change the fact that they're on the same show, they're on the same season, they're part of the same cast. She's just now getting to know Bad Dollie when she knows Tesehki on a deeper level than she knows Bad Dollie, or whatever the case may be. So let me know in the comments how you feel about that situation. Let me know in the comments how you feel about the scheme that Dollie set up. Tesehki actually gave us the breakdown on Instagram Live, I want to say, in which she basically said, it like confirmed all of it, that it was between Ahna and Bad Dollie. I had no idea that it was a thing, and I was just trying to help her, or whatever the case may be. But I will say, I don't like how Tesehki said it in the confessionals, her being Captain Save a Hoe. Why you call your friend a hoe? Why you do that? Bad Dollie basically says that she knew that it was going to turn out to that it was going to be, I guess that she knew that it was going to turn into a situation where she was going to have to fend for herself versus the OGs, or whatever the case may be, however you're going to break that down. And Diamond the Body goes to check on her. Why does everybody feel some type of way about Diamond checking on her good sis? Did y'all forget they know each other from Not STV? Like, why is this Rolly's business like she jumped in the fight? The only person that I would understand to ask what DTV doing over there is Tinka. But I think Tinka is smart enough to understand why she's over there in the first place. Scotty, that's none of your business. Rolly, that's none of your business. Why are y'all asking? Like, and that's what I don't like about Scotty. I love me some Scotty, but sometimes she be inserting her opinion in things that don't have nothing to do with her. I value Scotty's opinion when it is asked for, but in moments like this, mind your business. Mind your business. DTV is the only person that went to go check on her. You know what that tells me? That she's the only person that has a heart. And this, you know what's crazy? You would expect a person like Scotty to at least go and check on her and see if she's good. So in moments like this is when Scotty gives Mean Girl. Because it's just like, what did Bad Dollie do to you for you to feel like she's not the type of person that you could check on and just be like, hey, you good over here? Like, Tesehki just smacked him. You see Tesehki knock out teeth. You see what Tesehki did to E.T. You see what Tesehki did to Jellybean. And you gonna ask why DTV checking on her? Shut up. And honestly, respectfully, I like DTV and Bad Dollie's bond because it's giving Team Chocolate. It's giving Team Dark Skin. And you know I'm an avid member. Respectfully. And then it's one of those things like, I'm upset about that. Because it's just like, yo, like, did y'all not see her get her teeth knocked out by Tesehki? Why would she be on your side? What? I know I wouldn't. Anybody that gets in a fight after me, after she knocked my teeth out, I'm team them, respectfully. Now you see Ahna and Tesehki and them helping her with her lashes or whatever. And we beating bitches ass, and we beating bitches ass. Nothing is better than that. And we fighting mamas, and we fighting mamas, and we fighting mamas. Nothing's ever going to be better than that. Respectfully. So now the episode gets a little boring because they going to make donuts or whatever. You know, that's Rolly's favorite part. Other ladies going to get some candy apples. So they over here infatuated with the donuts and whatnot. And honestly, this next episode, I think Ivory and Lex gonna go another round because why are they in a group together making donuts? So now all of a sudden they go to the cider group, which is Natalie, Tinka, and Grandma. What's her name? She talked without her teeth. Pretty P, that's her name. So Pretty P told Tinka she lucky that God bless her with a body because she ugly. She honestly got a mouth on her. And Tinka, you could tell Tinka was practicing restraint. But when she told Natalie to move, it was on and popping. It was on and popping. But I will I will give Pretty P her props because she stands on business. Retarded business, but it stood on, respectfully. So basically, from there, she focusing her eyes on Tinka. I'm gonna need Pretty P to utilize her peripherals because I saw DTB coming from a mile away. Full sprint, knock her in her face. Second time sneaking her. It was hilarious. Now all of a sudden, Summer got something to say. This was a scheme that producer set up at this point in time. So what's Summer? This situation ain't got nothing to do with you. How did you jump in? How? So now you see them jumping in. Pretty P popping ish in her confessionals. Respectfully, her confessional looked 8. I was here for the bang. I was here for the bob. The blonde, respectfully. You could tell the check hit. Because baby, Summer none other, the next confessional look with the ginger. I'm here for it. So then from there, everybody's going into the cider house or whatever the case may be. And they over here making fun of Pretty P from the outside, talking about something. It's a real baddie party. You cannot get in. And that was kind of cute. I'm not going to hold you. They ate that moment just a little bit. But they dancing, singing Natalie's song with the employees and stuff like that. They look ghetto. They look ratchet. The white girls. I seen y'all. So now from there, they're eating candy apples and everything like that. Poor DTB chewing on one side of her mouth because she missing a tooth on the other. It is what it is. Honestly, that situation for Pretty P, let me know in the comments how you felt about it because I feel like it was a scheme that producers set up. Like Pretty P literally had like, even Tinka was just like, yo, what did I do? Like she popping off at me for no reason. And you could tell it just came up out of nowhere. So then from there, the ladies kind of break up or whatever the case may be. Natalie let them know that they're going to travel separately because there's too many beefs going on for them to be taking the same mode of transportation or whatever. So they got an event to do that night. They're supposed to be going to a skating rink or whatever before heading to the next city. So then from there, Scotty says, what a bitch that called me boring. And they looking for Emma. Where's Emma? In the back of the bus eating her motherfucking salad. Trying to mind her business. Very demure. Very cutesy. And Scotty's just like, yo, you ain't been seeing the whole episode. And respectfully, Scotty ain't lied. Because I forgot about her existence for this entire episode. She didn't get in one fight. She didn't get one scene. All we seen was her beating her face before going to the cider mill. That's all we saw of her. So they call her over. And they said, Scotty said that you call her boring, but you more boring than her. Ciao. So then from there, Scotty started twerking. So when I was introduced from the South, they turned me up, everything like that. But remember, nobody ain't know who she was. But she made a name for herself. And, child, it was funny because Tinka brought her over and she said, introducing, just like how Natalie had introduced her. And she's the queen of the South or whatever it was that she had said. Respectfully, I ain't gonna hold you. Scotty, I want to say Scotty ate this moment because she did definitely pop her ish. She definitely made Emma look like she wasn't ish in this scene. But Scotty, I'm gonna need you to practice your confessionals in the mirror because there's no reason for you to be hyping yourself up and be hesitant in the hype. If I'm talking about me, I'm puffing my chest and I'm saying everywhere with emphasis, baby. With my chest. I think Tink needs to pull her to the side and teach her how to be a little more dramatic, pow, in your face. Because she was just like, I'm not trying to be mean. I'm just trying to help her. You calling me boring, but at least I stand up. At least I. And she didn't even know what else she does. Like, you're basically trying to list all the things that you offer to the show. And you're hesitant because it's like, dang, what do I offer to the show? And it kind of like ruined the whole everything that was happening during that. They should have let her do that whole confessional over respectfully, because it was just like, dang, Scotty, speak up. Say the next point. And the next point was taking too long to come out. And it was funny because Biggie thought she was Colombian, so she called her Colombian, and then she corrected her and called her Cuban. But Scotty over here talking about some, shut the hell up, Colombia. And I was just like, wait. No, respectfully, Scotty ate this moment. I'm gonna give Scotty her 10s. You just need to practice the confessional. So now they get back to the house. You see Summer, none other, with her hairnet already on, her bonnet already on deck. We get Bad Dollie, still hype from the cider mill or whatever the case may be. Both of them look like they are ready and willing to catch whatever fade with whoever. And remember, they're besties now because Summer's fades are being caught by Bad Dollie now. So you can tell they both was ready for Pretty P or whatever the case may be. So Pretty P gets into the room or whatever, and immediately her and Summer start going at it. Respectfully, Summer, you cannot fight Buki, but just like Mariah Lynn, you're 10 toes down. I can see how you're her replacement this year or whatever the case may be. So I don't know. Let me know how you feel about that fight and who you think won. It was giving Pretty P for me. So then from there, Bad Dollie basically says, like, you already whooped Summer numerous times. I'm not going to let you do it again. I'm going to jump in. And it looked like Bad Dollie was tagging her up, baby. So we break off into the next episode. Let me know who you think gonna win that one. It's giving Bad Dollie. It's about to toss her like a rag doll, but it's giving Summer is gonna want to get in there as well. It's giving it's gonna be a lot of back and forth. I think DTB gonna end up fighting Pretty Key as well. They're gonna go to the roller skating rink. Jayla gonna bust her ass. It looks like it's gonna be a lot of fun. But overall, the episode was extremely interesting. It had a lot to offer. Now let's talk about the breakdown of everything. So when it comes to the episode in itself, it's kind of interesting because you can see the schemes that production set up, kind of like the ones that I was talking about before. You could tell what was contrived. And the fact that a lot of it was kind of confirmed by the cast, aka Tesehki, kind of makes it even more like, what the hell is happening? You get what I'm saying? So it was kind of stupid. But then at the same token, it's still one of those things where it's just like, y'all are making the show uninteresting if that be the case. Like, why do you have to force a storyline? Why can't you just embody it? Why can't you just be you and go with the flow and see where it goes from there? Like, we already know that the newbies were going to be digging for storylines, but for them to be like going out of their way, like for example, the Nunu situation last year, we could have done without. I think we would have liked Nunu's personality without that situation with Ahna. So for Bad Dollie to come in with that same Nunu energy was unnecessary. And then to create a whole circumstance, and then Ahna kind of sort of between Bad Dollie and Ahna, and then Ahna kind of exposed it the way she was yelling out Tinka's name, Tifa's name, whatever the case may be, aka Tesehki. And then like for Tesehki and Tinkerbella to clearly not know what the hell is going on with that situation, and then for Pretty P to be springing into action with that situation, like it's a lot. But it looks like there's going to be some eliminations, if you want to put it that way, this coming episode, because they're sending people home. You could tell they're sending people home because they pulling girls to the side and basically telling them, if you don't pop your ish, you going home. You can tell. You can tell Yoshi going home. You can tell Pretty P trying to keep herself a spot. Ivory still fighting for her life. I'm gonna need you to go to the club and with some shades on next time, because you're missing out on all the club activities. Okay. Honestly, a Biggie might. I feel like if anybody goes home, it's going to be Biggie and Yoshi, because I forgot about Yoshi. And honestly, and Scotty's wannabe too. What's her name? Emma. Emma can go home. You in the back eating a salad. Eat your salad in the front. She probably didn't want people to be breathing on her food, which I can understand that. But then at the same token, like, you can't call somebody boring and then continue to be boring. That's why I said Scotty ain't with that, because Scotty clocked it for what it is. And it's one of those things where it's just like, let me know in the comments how you feel about the Emma versus Scotty on the bus situation. Let me know in the comments how you felt about Tesehki versus Bad Dollie. Aside from us knowing that it was a scheme that producers set up, how do you feel about that Tesehki versus Bad Dollie being like, you know, how it played out? Who you think would have won had Tinka didn't throw her drink? Let me know in the comments how you felt about Big Lex versus Ivory. Who you think won that situation? Respectfully, I feel like Big Lex won because she ended up getting more licks in there. I feel like she didn't have as many hits as Ivory. Ivory had more connections, but Big Lex's had more impact as far as what we could see, okay? Let me know how you feel about Jayla not telling Ivory to her face that she was knotted up. Not telling her she was knotted up. Yeah, let me know in the comments how you felt about that episode. Y'all, I'm full. I'm full. I know y'all watched me sit there and tear this up. It was delicious. It was delectable. I got about 2 drops of iced tea left, and I'm about to tear it up and go take me a nap. I appreciate y'all for keeping me company while we sat here and broke down the past episode. And please do me a favor. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Turn those post notifications on. And please, please, please send this video to a friend. Spam them comments with how you felt about the episode. And I'll see y'all next time. Thank you so much for watching PYT TV. Respectfully.